everybody, how's it going? This is Darrin Goodman from GuitarControl.com bringing you this video lesson. Today I want to show you how to play some really easy songs that only use 3 chords. So this lesson is for all you beginners out there. So the 3 chords that we're going to be using are G, C, and D. And hopefully you already know those chords. I'll go over them real quick in case you don't. But this is also what is using what is called the 1-4-5 chord progression. This is the most common chord progression across all genres of music. There's, I mean, I'm just showing you just a few songs here, but there's like a ton more that just use these same chords. So be sure to click on the link in the description for the tabs, and let's get close up and take a look. Alright, so the first chord that we're going to be looking at is G major. So I've got my 2nd finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string, 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, 4th string open, 3rd string open, 3rd fret of the 2nd string with my 2nd finger, and 3rd fret of the 1st string with my 4th finger. It's G. And the next chord we're going to be looking at is C. So 3rd fret of the 5th string with my 3rd finger, 2nd fret of the 4th string with my 2nd finger, 3rd string open, 1st fret of the 2nd string with my 1st finger and 1st string open, and then finally D. 4th string open, 2nd fret of the 3rd string with my 1st finger, 2nd fret of the 1st string with my 2nd finger, and 3rd fret of the 2nd string with my 3rd finger. D. Alright, so like I said, there are many songs that use these chords, but we're just going to look at a few. So the first one we're going to look at is Old Time Rock and Roll by Bob Seger. So this song starts off with G. Now, the strumming on this, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you some just simple strumming patterns so you can just play your way through it. It's not, maybe not necessarily exactly what they're doing, but you'll be able to play the song and get through it, and it'll sound good, and you'll be able to play along. So, for the strum pattern that we're going to do is we have a downstroke, and then another down, and then up. So the first downstroke is a quarter note, and then the second downstroke is an 8th note, and then the upstroke is an 8th note. So it's 1, 2, and 1, 2, and then we just simply repeat that. So for one measure we have 1, 2, and 3, 4, and then we'd simply do 2 measures of that for G, and then we do 2 measures of that for C, and then 2 measures of that for D. So we have 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 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 then we go back to G. And we just do 1 measure, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and then we move back to D and do 8 eighth notes. So it's going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then it just simply repeats. Like I said, it just simply starts over again. Okay, next we're going to look at Sweet Home Alabama by Leonard Skinner. This uses the same 3 chords, although there is one part of the song, I think they do it, it's a couple of times where they throw in F, but you can still, if you're a beginner, you can get your way through the song by simply playing, these 3 chords. So we start off, we've got D, and it's just going to be beats 1 and 2 as quarter notes. So it's just going to be, and then we're going to go to C, and it's 2 16th notes and an 8th note, and then a quarter note. So that starts on beat 3. So like on with D, you've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if you go down, down, switch to C, down, up, down, down, and now we switch to G and just do the same thing, the same exact rhythm that we just did, but we stay on G the whole time. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then it just repeats. So you got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, again, this is not what, because, they're playing it like that, but this lesson is aimed for for you beginners out there. So this is just a way to to maybe move beyond you're just playing the chords, so now you can actually get some songs under your belt. All right, so next we got the classic Can't You See by the Marshall Tucker Band. This one starts off with D, and then goes to C, and then goes to G, and then back to D. And we're just going to use this exact same strumming pattern that we used in Sweet Home Alabama. So we start off with D, and we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we switch to C, 1, 2, 3, and 4. To G, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then back to D. And then it just repeats. So that whole thing, and then finally we have The Joker by Steve Miller Band. This one has a little bit more of a somewhat complicated thing we're going to do rhythmically in it, but it's not that hard. But if you haven't done it before, it'll probably take a little bit of practice to get it down, but it's a really common thing used, especially on a lot of like acoustic-y type songs. It's this muting technique that is used quite a bit. So we start off, we've got G, and that's going to be beats 1 and 2. And then, so that's 2 downstrokes. And then for beats 3 and 4, you're just going to take the fingers on your left hand and you're just going to lay them across all 6 strings. You don't want to press down. You just want it so when you strum, it's just this percussive sound. And that's going to be beats 3 and 4. So you're going to have 3, 4, and. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and. And then we're going to switch to C, do the same exact thing. To D, and then back to C, and it's just going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then just repeats. So. Just like I said, I've already said a couple of times that these are not necessarily exactly the way they are playing them, but this will get you started. All right, so that's all I got for you today. I hope that you found this lesson useful and got something out of it. If you like the lesson, give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below on anything that you would like to see either myself or one of the other instructors here at GuitarControl.com do in a future lesson. And until next time,